What's up guys, it's Pope here and welcome back to another video. Now, today I thought I'll do something different. I will be telling you some things that you might not know about me. So I've had to write them down, otherwise I would just forget them or just ramble on about some random ass shit. And yes, I do have headphones on because I'm listening to music because I hate hearing my voice in this echoey room. It just pisses me off. But anyway, let's start. So the first thing you might not know about me, and probably one of the biggest things, is I actually have Tourette's syndrome. I was diagnosed with Tourette's when I was 11, and it's gotten a lot better. So now I only really scrunch my hands, my toes, or I click my jaw, blink a lot, maybe make some noises. But it's a lot better than when I was diagnosed. Partly because of medication, but also the older you get, the better it gets, I guess. But a lot of people don't know that about me because it's really not that bad, and the only tics I have are ones that you can't really see. I mean, if I'm holding your hand, I'll squeeze it, or sometimes I crush ice cream cones or stuff because I scrunch my hands. But if you were just walking with me and I started squeezing your hand, you might think I'm some sort of weirdo, which you might be right. Shit. Alright, the second thing is, this thing you might know because of my channel name. I was born in Poland. So, I was born in 2002. I was born in a town called Bydgoszcz, and I moved to England when I was 4 with my mum, dad and brother. My sister was born in England. But I was 4, my brother was about 6 months old, and first my mum came to England to get a job in a house, and then we came over. I'm not sure, maybe a couple of months after her, and I've always grew up, I've always lived in the same town, mostly, but this goes on to the next point. I've actually moved 5 times. I moved from Poland to the town I live in now. Then we moved from the flat we were living in into this house. And then we moved out of this house to another house in this town. Then we moved to a house which was a couple of minutes out of the town I live in. And then I moved back into this house. So I left this house and then about a year later moved back into it, because there was just some things going on that we had to leave this house, but then now we're back in it and I prefer this house. My room's, it's not massive and it's pretty echoey, but this house is just a lot newer than the other ones we were living in. I mean, one of our houses had oil heating and it was just really hard to use, and it was just fucking old as shit. But anyway, what's the next thing? This one's a bit strange, but I can't eat cheese strings. You know those little cheese strings that you peel off? I can't even look at them or smell them, or I throw up. And that's because when I was younger, I was at my grandma's house, because my grandma also lives in England, and I ate too many cheese strings. I came home and I was sick everywhere. And from that day on, I could not look at a fucking cheese string without being sick. I mean, if you want to defeat me, if I was a superhero, my weakness would be a fucking cheese string. That weirdo on the cheese string packets, yeah, him. It's bad. I haven't had cheese strings since then, and I'm not planning on eating cheese strings anytime soon. The next thing is, I actually this is why I have it written down, because I cannot speak. I actually missed most of school, if you think about it. When I was diagnosed with Tourette's, I missed, from years 5 to 6, I was barely in primary school, barely. And even when I was there, they had built a special room for me with padding and shit, and I just was in there all the time. So I pretty much missed of all of year 6, and half of year 5 I missed. And then when I went to secondary school, from years 7 to 8, I always suffered with chest infections, so I was off every winter for 2 weeks, and then I had a week break and I had another chest infection because I also have asthma. But I grew out of that. I haven't had a chest infection in a long time. And then from years 9 to pretty much year 13 when I left / got asked to leave. I struggled with depression and a lot of other things, and I just missed a lot of school. I think my attendance was something stupid, like 10% or something. It was awful. I was off school more than I was at school, especially in years 10 and 11. Those were my worst years. I was just at home. One time I was at home for a month, just straight. And I didn't go to school for a month. That's probably why I only have one GCSE in religious studies / philosophy and ethics. I have other GCSEs, but just not at level 4, which is the level you need to pass, which is bullshit to me. But it is what it is. And the next thing is, I'm very into metal music, metal and hip hop. I used to be more into rock, and then it transformed into metal, so I like the bands Slipknot, Five Finger Death Punch, In This Moment, Bad Wolves. But then I listen to like Eminem, Stormzy, Logic. Who else is on here? Conway the Machine. A lot of things really. And it's strange because I went from pop, I had a dubstep phase for a while, then like AC/DC, then metal, and now it's metal / hip hop. It's probably about 50-50 metal to hip hop, but I love music. I listen to music a lot, but the thing is, I can't remember lyrics. For the life of me, I can't remember lyrics. Unless I've heard the song a million times, I can't remember the lyrics. I'll just sit there and be like, oh, I don't know. I've heard the song a million times, but I can't remember shit. Which is disappointing because I have a lot of friends that just go right through the lyrics and I just feel crap about it. But anyway guys, that's really all. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a bit more about me. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.